Tomatoes are one of the most beloved fruits in the world, but what makes them so special? Today, I'm going to explain why tomatoes need 13 essential elements in order to survive. Let's begin. Tomatoes are a popular crop for home growers and commercial growers alike, but they can be tricky to grow if you don't understand their needs. So let's talk about why these 13 elements are so essential and important for the growth of your tomato plants. Number one, the first element that tomato plants need is nitrogen. Nitrogen helps with photosynthesis. This is one of the reasons why your tomato plant leaves appear to be green, which helps convert light into energy for plant development. Without nitrogen, tomato plants won't be able to produce enough fruit, and they won't even be able to reach their potential size. Not to mention, one of the deficiencies of nitrogen is yellowing of leaves. So the first element is the most important one, and that's nitrogen. When you look at a fertilizer bag, that is why you see the N in NPK. Number two, the second element is phosphorus. Phosphorus plays a very important role because it helps with root development and fruit development as well. And also, it helps with flowering too. Phosphorus also helps with photosynthesis, which actually helps your plants out in creating an energy reserve. So when times of stress or drought comes along, that plant has something to draw on. So that's why phosphorus is very, very important for your tomato plants. Let's go on to the number three. The third element is potassium. This is your K. When you look on your fertilizer bag, NPK, K is your potassium. And this is why potassium is important. Potassium helps to regulate water uptake through the roots. And that's the one way you can be able to get the nitrogen, the potassium, the molybdenum, the boron, the zinc, the calcium, the copper, as well as the other 13 essential elements as well. Oh, you know what? I almost completely forgot. Potassium also helps with flower development and disease resistance and overall health and vigor of the plant. Now, let's go on to number four. And the fourth one is called calcium. And calcium is very, very important because one of the biggest problems that we all have with tomato plants, and I know that you also have with your tomato plants too, calcium helps the cells, helps with cell division, and also to promote the strength of cell walls, which is also the reason why it's so important to help with preventing diseases as well as pests from getting into your plants. Calcium is also responsible for helping to prevent the dreaded blossom end rot. Calcium also helps with fruit development and ripening, and it also helps to maintain and balances the pH in the soil. The more acidic a soil is, the more the nutrients get locked out and the more difficult it becomes for that calcium to get to your tomato plants. The fifth element. Magnesium is very, very important as it is used to help activate enzymes that also helps with photosynthesis and helps also with cell division too inside of your plants. Magnesium also aids in root development and the uptake of nitrogen from the soil. Nitrogen is number one, but too much of a good thing can be bad too. Too much nitrogen, you get a lot of green growth and not a lot of fruit. Sulfur helps with protein synthesis in the cell walls, and it also helps in chlorophyll production for photosynthesis. Sulfur is also very, very important too because it also helps with helping the plants with disease pressures and everything as well. So sixth element is sulfur, and this is one reason why it is also very essential for your plants as well. The seventh element is boron. Boron helps in the life cycle of the whole tomato plant from the time that it germinates all the way to the time it's fruiting, which helps it to aid in carbohydrate and metabolism of the tomato plant too. Boron also helps in regulation of stem cells within the tomato plant also.